Welcome back everyone, and in today's video I want to show you how you can make a simple door in Roblox Studio using a thing called hingle constraint. I hope I said it right. So enough talking, let's dive in. Okay, first of all I want to make some kind of door frame. It is very easy, we can just use 3 parts. Alright, now I will create the door itself. So I'm just gonna use another part and I will resize it like so. And now let's move, for example, this part frame over here. And then I'll go to the model tab. I'll search for like this button, I don't know how to call it. And it doesn't have any kind of label on it. So I'm just gonna click this arrow over here and click hinge constraint. Yeah, so it's not hingle or whatever, it's hinge constraint. So now I will click on the center of this part and I will click to the center of this part. And as you can see, it's not aligned perfectly and I don't think it's good. So I'll just move it a little bit closer. I will open this part and select the attachment itself. Or I can just resize the part, I guess, and just make it like so. You can just play around with the position, but I hope if I will make it this way, it will align this attachment perfectly. But you know, they aren't attached perfectly. Okay, so you can select these attachments and enable the visible property in order to see these attachments forever. And now I will try to attach them as precise as possible. Oh, I can just set 0.5 over here. So it is the Y coordinate for the position property. Okay, they are aligned perfectly and it's important in order to make the door work without any, problems. So now I'll hide these attachments and I will move this door frame over here. I would also like to make this door part a little bit thinner, like this way. And I also want to change the color, but it's all optional. So now we should make a very important part. So we should disable the collisions for the door and hear me out to the end what I want to make. So I will open the window, I'll go to 3D option and I will open collisions group. So what I want to make is to disable the collisions between the door and the door frame. So they will not collide with each other and work simultaneously. So I'm clicking add group and I'll call it door. Then I select this door and I disable the door, property probably, I don't know how to call it. So this way the door won't collide with door collision group. Yeah, it may sound really confusing, but just do it. Now I will select each part of this door and I will set the collision group to door. So I will also anchor each part of this door except for the door itself, the main part. Now we can press F8, then we click this door frame part and I'll select hinge constraint. So now we're gonna play around with it. So first of all, we should enable the actuator type, this property, and we will set it to servo. Then we have like servo max torque. It is like the strength of the door pull, or I don't know how to actually call it, but just set it to 10,000 and more. Then the angular speed is the speed with which the door will open and close. I'll try to set it to 10. And now the target angle. So if we set it to 45, for example, we can see that it works, but as you can see how it works. So we're gonna fix this right now. So in order to fix this, we'll have to play around with the attachments. So I'll select attachment 0, for example, and edit its orientation property. So nothing changes. Okay, something is changing, definitely. Alright, something is wrong. So let me close the test and edit the hinge constraint again. So servo, angular speed to 10, torque, okay, let it be 20,000. And now let's change the attachment or the attachment's orientation properties. Okay, I'll also set the target angle to 45, and we also have this thing which shows how the door will open and close. So we're gonna use it to edit the attachments. Alright, so I think it should work. As you can see, the hinge constraint is looking like this. And now if we run the test, we can see that it opens easily. So what I did is I set the attachment 0 orientation to be 0, negative 90, 90, and then attachment 1 to the same orientation. So now if we again run the test, go to the hinge constraint and edit the target angle, as you can see it works clearly. But now we have to make sure that we can open and close the door manually using some kind of button. So we will create a handle. So again, we're creating a simple part, then we're editing its size. And now I want to actually create a weld constraint in the handle part, and I also want to rename it to handle. We're creating a weld constraint inside of it, and we set the part 0 to the handle and part 1 to the door, like main part. So the handle shouldn't be anchored as well, and we're gonna create a proximity prompt inside of that handle, and we're gonna set it up a little bit. So I want to disable require line of sight, the hold duration to be 1, the interact action text, like the action text to be not interact but open, or actually okay, interact is good enough. And now I want to create a script inside of that proximity prompt where I will get the prompt itself, which is script parent, and the hinge constraint. And we should actually rename this main part to be main. And why not, let's group this door, like let's group each part in a single model and name it a door. So now hinge constraint equals to prompt parent dot main dot hinge constraint. Oh, and actually no, wait, the main part doesn't have the hinge constraint, but we can actually move this, because before the hinge constraint was in one of the door frames parts. So anyways, I'll move the hinge constraint to the main part and now use it from here. And now let's detect when the prompt is triggered, which is prompt.triggered $connect function. Let's also create some kind of variable called state, which will equal to false, or open, or is open, even better name. So is open equals to false, so the door isn't open. And now when we trigger the prompt, we will check the variable. So if it's open, then we're gonna close the door. So we're just gonna set the target angle to 0 and the is open to false. Or else, we're writing else. So if the door is not open, then we're gonna open it. So hinge constraint target angle equals to 100, and you can remove the negative sign if you want the door to open in the other way. So then is open equals to true. So now if we run the game, okay, I forgot to change the hinge constraint property back to defaults. I mean the target angle, because before it was set to 45 and I want to set it to 0. I just did that, and now we approach the door, we click interact or we hold the button, and as you can see the door opens. So then we can close it and open again. So it works. So yeah, that's how the door works, and I hope I helped you to solve this problem. So don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, write any comments, and especially join our Discord community server where I upload materials from these videos, including place files, scripts, instructions how to set it up. I see you in the next tutorial. Bye!